D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Also down below are the 3 articles that you can read that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them and come up with your own opinion and all that good stuff. I also want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is going to do their annual old account cleanse and bot purge, and there was a little tiny bit of a collateral damage, so I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we just dive right into these 3 stories. So for my first story, it looks like DC's Supergirl has officially found its latest villains. On Monday, 3 new casting updates were announced for the series, which is set to debut entirely on the CW in its upcoming 2nd season. The Expanse's Nick Tarabay is set to portray Eclipso, woo, and will appear in the series as a series regular. The Affair's Jonathan Cake, meanwhile, will recur as the Shade. Project's MC2's Yasa Penarejo, I think that's how you say his name, I apologize if I got it wrong, has also been cast as a currently unknown DC character, so I'm excited to see who they name as and be a villain, so yeah! Now, Eclipso is described as an ancient entity of corruption and vengeance. Brimming with a cold, terrifying darkness, he exploits the flaws of others, reveling in the impure and sinful, sadistically feeding off the dark side of humanity. The character's arrival was teased towards the end of season 1 as when Meg DeLacy, I think that's the actress's name, when Cindy stole the blue diamond that Eclipso is trapped in that like warehouse or whatever. Now this will be Tarabay's latest turn in the DC universe after he portrayed Captain Boomerang in the CW shows Arrow and The Flash, which I think he did such a good job there. Yeah, I really like Tarabay. I think he's such a good actor. I loved him in Spartacus. He was good in The Expanse. I really wish they wouldn't have got rid of his character. Spoiler alert. But I can't wait to see him in this show as Eclipso. I really hope they do his makeup comic book accurately, because he's going to look fantastic. Anyways, meanwhile, the Shade is described as an English immortal, tall and slim, with an elegant 19th century way to his speech and manners. He masks the horrors he's experienced and peoples he's lost in All the Time Alive with wry and witty retorts and a false sense that nothing really matters. This will also be Cake's return to the CW's DC TV universe after he portrayed the pirate Captain Blackbeard on 2 episodes of Legends of Tomorrow. And I have to be honest with you, I don't remember Captain Blackbeard on Legends of Tomorrow. So he must not be that memorable, but I can't wait to see him on the show because I do want to see the Shade. I want to see all that good stuff. I can't wait. It's going to be, I think, fantastic. Anyway, so that's my first story of the day. So for my second story of the day, Oscar Isaac is reportedly in talks to star in Marvel's Moon Knight series on Disney+. Now, Isaac would reportedly sign on to play Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, the mercenary who ends up being resurrected by an Egyptian god of the moon to be his avenging fist. And, while often referred to as Marvel's Batman, Moon Knight is a particularly unique Marvel hero in that he suffers from an unstable psyche that includes multiple personalities. Modern takes on the character have established different superhero personas to go along with Moon Knight's various personalities. The character is expected to appear in Marvel Cinematic Universe movies after his initial TV series run, but we'll see if that really happens. I'm not 100% sure if they're really going to do that. Like they say they're going to do it, but talk is cheap. Anyways, so his casting is surely going to cause a stir for both bad and good reasons. Oscar Isaac is definitely a fan favorite. I personally like him as an actor. I think he's really great. But Marvel fans did have a campaign going to see Keanu Reeves play Moon Knight. And the actor was even rumored to be in a role at one point. It will be interesting to see the chatter in the fan threads about this particular choice. I haven't looked at them. I do have some takes on it, which I'll rant about after I finish reading these. Anyways, in Marvel Comics lore, Mark Spector is a Jewish American. He's a rabbi's son from Chicago who grew up to have an eclectic resume of a heavyweight boxer, Marine, and finally mercenary. While serving some very bad people on a mission in Egypt, Spector's crew discovered an archaeological dig that has discovered the ancient Egyptian temple of Kinashu. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. Kinashu, the moon god. When the mercs kill the archaeologist and try to loot the temple, Spector breaks ranks and tries to stop them, nearly dying in the process. Servants of Kanashu bring his body to the temple, where the god offers a second life to Spector as his avatar. Becoming Moon Knight, Mark Spector defeats the mercs and returns to America, using his money to create a fortune that supports his crime-fighting mission. After taking up his mission as Moon Knight, Spector also creates multiple civilian identities for himself, from millionaire Steve Grant to taxi driver Jake Lockley. Now, the 2010s revamp of the character would see Moon Knight take on a second persona as Mr. Knight, an official liaison to the police focusing on common street crime, while Moon Knight battled more supernatural/villain threats. Moon Knight's questionable view of reality and personal sanity have been ongoing theme for the character, and right up until the recent Age of Kanashu event, which sees Moon Knight basically robbing mystical-powered heroes like Thor, Doctor Strange, and Ghost Rider of their respective powers. Now, Marvel has already announced that Jeremy Slater, who did Umbrella Academy, will serve as the showrunner for Moon Knight. Slater has already promised that fans that the Disney Plus series will be one hell of a ride for Marvel fans. And I think that, first off, I just want to say about this story, I like Oscar Isaac a lot. I really do. He's such a fantastic actor. But I was hoping for someone that was Jewish, like very Jewy. I just don't think that when it comes to representation, I don't think that Jews get represented as much as everybody else, and they do get a lot of hate, and it's really really sad. All right, rant over. All right, it may not be an issue for some people, but for someone like me, it is. Okay, so that's my second story of the day. For my third story, my final story of the day, is a sad one, and I wish I didn't do this one, but this happened early Saturday morning, and that is that Sir Sean Connery has died. It was confirmed in the early morning of Saturday, the 30th. The BBC reported that the Scottish actor had passed away after turning 90 years old. Connery's family announced his tragic passing in a statement earlier yesterday morning. He was born in August 25th, 1930, and Connery was raised in Scotland. The actor took great pride in his heritage and enjoyed a variety of gigs before turning his eyes to acting in the 1950s. Connery was first introduced to entertainment after being hired to work backstage at the King's Theatre, and he continued to pay dues as his notoriety grew. Of course, audience will best know the legendary actor for his work on James Bond. The actor portrayed the iconic screen character in 7 films. I didn't even know that. I was very surprised by that, but good for him. His tenure as the British agent ran from 1962 to 1983, and many James Bond fans have agreed that Connery is one of the best actors to tackle the character. In fact, the American Film Institute chose Connery's James Bond as the 3rd greatest film hero of all time, which is awesome. However, the actor's feelings towards James Bond were notoriously strained. Connery recognized the spy made him a household name, but he felt boxed in by the franchise's success. In previous interviews, the actor's closest friend, Michael Caine, admitted Connery would be upset when recognized in public as James Bond, which I kind of agree with, but at the same time I go, stop it. You should always have respect for a job that got you notoriety. It's kind of like Harrison Ford should always be grateful for playing Han Solo because it got him famous. So you should always be grateful for the opportunities you've been given. So following his tenure with James Bond, Connery went on to work on dozens more projects. He won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1988 for his performance in The Untouchables. Some of his other greatest films include Highlander, loved him in that, The Hunt for Red October, loved him in that, Finding Forrester, and more. Now, Connery was honored for his career in film at the turn of the century back in 2000. The Scottish native was knighted by Elizabeth II just a year after receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Kennedy Center. The actor announced his formal retirement in 2006 and only returned to film a few times afterwards. His legacy endures still today through his impressive body of work, and Connery is largely considered to be one of Scotland's greatest actors to date. And I just have to say, Sean Connery was a true movie star. He had an incredible career and range and longevity, and he was movie magic whenever he was on screen. So rest in peace, Sean Connery, and we will all remember you fondly. So those are my 3 stories of the week. How do you feel about the casting for Stargirl Season 2, and are you looking forward to it? You can check out my coverage of Stargirl up here. I'm quite excited for Season 2. I really enjoyed Season 1. How do you feel about Oscar Isaac going to be cast as Moon Knight in the Moon Knight series on Disney+? And how do you feel about the passing of Sean Connery? So sad. It's so sad. I hate when people die. I just don't like it. But that's life. So go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.